on YouTube. YouTube, do I have a microphone? Somewhere is that microphone. You plugged in the bottom, but you didn't do the microphone. Microphone, here they come. Here comes the peoples. We've got to help the peoples out. We've got to help the people. Okay, cool. We're talking about mortgage rates, whether it's a good time to buy or not, and what's going on in the market. Did you click that? Right. Cool. So if you go to our New American Funding website, right now, today, right now, we got a whole one there. We've got, how many we got there?
I can read numbers.
Okay. You can read numbers?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Did you read words or you read numbers?
Can read words too.
Anna just jumped in. Mia jumped in. Hey guys, welcome aboard. This is the mortgage. We're going to figure out how to make enough money. Express. What's up, Joe? Interest rates today. This is a very non-exciting week in mortgages, mostly because the earnings came in last week and the CPI came in kind of better than expected. So that means the economy is not doing so great. And if the economy is not doing so great, ironically, that's good for mortgages. Who would have thunk it? But, oh my God, dude, what's going on? So the interest rates right now, if you pulled a 30-year and you went to New American Funding's website today, 11/20/23, they would show you 6.125. 6.125. 6.125. That's great, considering we were in the 8s for a while. And what do you think? Has mortgage applications really ramped up for you?
Extremely jumped up.
I mean,
Extremely.
crazy. I can't keep up.
Not even kind of.
Yeah.
A lot.
I can't keep up with all the people who want to.
I've been telling these buyers, man. I've been telling them to get pre-qualified because you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen.
They know what's going to happen.
The last minute, they're going to be like, found the home of my dreams.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's 90 offers already on
Yeah.
it. $500,000 over asking.
That happens.
But all I have is my minimum down. Should have done it a year ago, man.
Was it on?
No, your green's not on.
The only one they're talking to yours. Oh, dude. Hello, ground control to Major Thomas.
But yeah, I mean, you guys need to get everyone that's on here, okay? Daily, on a daily basis, we get hundreds of people that go on this live and ask us questions.
Thousands. Literally thousands.
Well,
we get the
in
track,
a week span, yeah.
No.
But how many of those? How many of those get pre-qualified? What percentage do you think?
Probably 3%, maybe 4%.
So, thousands daily.
Yeah. Thousands daily.
I think 1%.
Yeah. You think 1%?
I think it's lower. Yeah.
Well, I think we get calls, like after we're done with this, we'll get a whole bunch of calls, and we'll tell a lot of people, I mean, we're just honest. If your credit score sucks, we'll send you to credit repair. We have an affiliate situation where if you go to our main account at the top, you can sign on for credit repair, they'll repair your credit. We fix people's credit, we help them to get the house. I'll tell you what, 6.125 is what New American Funding is putting on their website right now. 30-year, 6.125. It's not long before we're in the high fives. Now, I don't think we're going to go down to mid fives for a very long time. But I think we're going to be in low sixes, high fives for the next probably 6 months to a year. And that's because the Fed pivot's going to happen third quarter. Now, what's happening interesting this week? Not a lot. You know why? Why?
Turkey Day.
Turkey Day.
Turkey
yeah,
week.
There's some, like, I forget who's doing earnings today. I think Home Depot's doing earnings today. And these people actually dictate how the market's going. It's like, you know that Xi Jinping went to San Francisco, right?
Yeah. Well, oh man, that one breaks my heart.
Tell me.
Well, we're talking about politics now. And
Okay.
we're talking about the governor of California. We're talking about Gavin Newsom. So if you've ever visited San Francisco in the last couple years, It is gross in a lot of different areas. In the areas of where the tourists are, the tourism. Hey, what's up, Dusty? The areas are pretty nice. Outside of that, it's gross. And they've been dealing with this for a few years. Actually, COVID probably really launched the majority
San Francisco.
of it. In San Francisco. A very high-end, expensive real estate area with the crappiest streets littered with homelessness and tents and trash and feces. And couldn't solve it. With all the billions of dollars that California has to solve it on a yearly basis, couldn't solve it. But Xi Jinping's going to come visit. And guess what? It's clean. There is not anything in sight. They put fences up, no tents. It looks beautiful. But we can't do this on a regular basis.
No.
And here's the other question. What do we do with those people?
Well, the dude's going to be running for president. I mean, that's
No
kind
doubt.
Of, that's there's
No
no
doubt.
doubt. He's going to be running for president. I actually saw a clip where somebody says, if you think Xi Jinping was here to see President Biden, you don't understand the way things run. He was there to see the president of FedEx, because they control global distribution. He was there to see the presidents of all the large companies in order to make things. So real quick, back to loans. 0 down, is that really possible? Lana? Yeah, it's really down. The one we use most popular right now is probably called the CalHFA. And CalHFA used to have 3 different programs. They used to have a CalHFA with the 2%, and CalHFA with a zip. And all 3 of those programs would cover the down payment and the closing costs and even a little extra money. It's a little strange. Now, no down payment assistance program is free. None of them are free. There's always a catch. There's always a catch. Like, for instance, in the CalHFA, they set your interest rate. You don't get to shop the rate. Whatever the rate is they give you, that's what you get. That's life. If you don't like it, don't take the program. So CalHFA does exist. We use Platinum. Platinum's interest rate is pretty high, but it's a grant. After you have done 3 years, I think, they just grant the money and you can refi out of it. What do you got?
Hey guys, thanks for everything. If you lock in a pre-approval and interest lowers, after, does it adjust?
Ooh, good question.
Okay, so a pre-approval, guys, here's what it is. Here's what a pre-approval is. I have a conversation with you. I understand your financial profile, your life, your intricacies, your jobs, all that stuff. Then you give us the documentation to support it. Then I determine if you're qualified or not a couple different ways. It might be manually done, just going through every single guideline, or it could be done through our automated system, which is called DU or LP. And there's others for other mortgage loans. Now, based on that, I say yes. Number 1, you're approved for a loan. Here's your pre-qual letter, or I give it to your real estate agent. And it's just a Word doc, guys. It's just a Word doc where I transfer the information from the loan to the Word doc, and then I email it out. So what that means is once you get into contract and you actually start working on your loan, putting it through underwriting, that's when it's going to get locked. So if the rate has adjusted up in points, your rate's going to be higher. If it's adjusted down, your rate's going to be lower. So the pre-approval is not a locked-in anything. It's just communicating to the world that you are pre-qualified. Chris and Lee have done your loan. The world knows us, so you're going to get accepted. We're the most popular loan officers in the world. Maybe just here in this studio. But regardless, that's all.
For sure. One of those 2 for sure.
That's all a pre-approval is. Just a
Yeah.
Word doc that says you're good.
What do you think about Hometown Hero program? What do you think about that?
Well, here's what I like about it.
Okay.
I like that they're marketing to a group of people that's saying, hey, you can buy a house and here's some extra benefits to get you into a house. So it's an effort to get more people kind of moving in the right direction to buy houses. So that's what I do like about it. What I dislike about it is that it's marketing. It is marketing. It is marketing that you can probably get on your own, just a regular person. You don't need this special program, but it makes people believe there's a lot more inside of this program until they get their details.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not bad, but it's not like change the way you live type stuff. It's a little bit of a benefit.
Yeah.
What do we got? Okay, cool. Are you guys in California? Yes, we're in California. He's right there.
In California.
I'm right here.
In California.
That means we're both in California, Riverside, California, but we do loans 48 states, every state except Hawaii, New York.
Boom, boom.
Cool.
Elite Repairs. What are the chances of a mortgage bank not honoring pre-approval?
Ooh.
Okay. You want that one?
Ooh. I want your take, and then I'm going to give my take
All right,
too.
cool. So Pre-approval. This is a different conversation.
Mm-hmm.
This means you actually sat in front of an underwriter with all the details and the facts. Okay,
That's a TBD underwrite.
that's a pre-approval.
Okay. Oh, I get it. Okay. I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going. I shouldn't have stepped on you so quick. All right. All right. Talk.
Okay, and then they said, all right, this thing is approved. All you got to do is go and find your house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what he's talking about is TBD means to be determined, means there's no address. There's no property to actually underwrite, and there's nothing as far as the house is concerned. This is only credit and income approval. But this is very important because if you have a pre-approval, it means that you've sat in front of an underwriter, and the listing agent is going to go, this is solid. This is basically cash. Okay. Now, what you're talking about, I think, again, is the rate. So if the rate was, let's call it 5% when you got pre-approved, but is now 7%, it's not locked in.
Doesn't qualify anymore.
Does not qualify. So whatever today's current market rates are what you're going to be moving forward with. Okay?
And the other variable is property taxes. And if you go to a new build, sometimes the new builders, they have sneaky little games where they'll build in huge property taxes, huge, and it'll take your buying power down dramatically. So do they have to honor it? No, not until they close the deal. I mean, it basically says you're qualified under these terms. If those terms change, they're not qualified anymore.
Lana Patterson, what if my husband works and I don't? Should we apply together or just husband because he has income? You want that one or want me to take it?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay. So if your husband is the one making the income, he absolutely has to be on the application. Absolutely. Now, if you go FHA, you being on the application could actually hinder it. The reason is that if you've got liabilities, I've got to count, bless you, I got to count the liabilities against his income. That's on an FHA loan or a VA loan or a USDA loan. However, if I went conventional, there's a possibility that I could just ignore your side of it and use only his income and only his liabilities. That's a possibility. So it's a strategic answer. People like to go, well, we do everything together. Well, let's talk about it from a business perspective. If he's bringing in all the income and you have no benefit to the file, is it beneficial to have you on the loan? Maybe not. Maybe it is. Maybe there's reasons for each. But, yep.
Elite Repairs. How long does it take for a bank to fully approve me once I sign with the builders? You want this one?
Oh, you take that one.
Okay.
Builder.
So this one's different, guys. It's
Builder.
different.
Oh,
It's different.
Hold on. Let me get all dramatic first.
Get dramatic.
No, builder. Builder. Oh, no. Builder. Okay.
More.
Builder. All right.
So builder is different because it's stages, okay? So approved from the loan side takes a few hours. I mean, that's what a TBD underwrite is. So it's your income and your debts, okay?
Hey, Amanda.
It's just you. What's up, Amanda? Second is actually going through the appraisal. Now, you're not going to have the full appraisal until the house is fully built. Once the house is fully built, then all the data will then go back to the underwriter, and that's when you'll be fully approved. So if you're buying a house through a builder, it will not be fully approved until the house is fully complete. Once that happens, the file will go back into the underwriter. They'll clear to close, meaning everything is good and you're clear. You can close this bad boy, and then a day or two you'll be wrapped up. But it's built already. Okay, so if it's already built, you can get fully approved right now. So have you gotten pre-qualified? Have you turned in all your documents to the underwriter? Have they sent you back any conditions? And if they have sent you conditions, they're just waiting on your conditions. You send those in, you're good to go. Second question is, did the appraiser go back to re-inspect? Because what happened at the beginning is the appraiser went out and said, this looks good. Now we just need to wait for these couple things to be finished and I'll come back. So if he's done that, then you should be good to go. And if these things aren't being done, or if you want an opportunity for a better mortgage payment with a cheaper rate, you're probably going to need to reach out to us.
If you need a badass loan officer, call the badass loan officers at Chris and Lee. Here's the number.
Bye.
Back to our regular scheduled programming. Okay, what about buying a multifamily property, first-time property?
I like that idea.
Lana, it's pretty smart. If you can find it, that's the hard part. To find the 4-unit, because that's what everybody wants. 1 to 4 units is treated the same by FHA,
See you, Dusty.
Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac, and VA. So 1 to 4 units is traded the same like 1 unit. So if I find a 4-unit 4-unit, I can live in one and rent the other 3. And the good news is I can actually use the rental in order to help qualify. What do you think about that?
I think it's freaking awesome. I think that's probably the best way to enter into real estate, get your own house, start a portfolio, but it is extremely difficult, like Lee said. Finding that 4-unit, 1, can you afford it? 2, is it available? And 3, are the market rents going to be able to make sense of the file?
Because you're not the first person to think about this. This is everybody who's like, hey, maybe I'll start investing in real estate even though I don't have no money. I think I'm going to become a real estate investor. Like it's a word, you know. You can do it. This is probably the first step in if you're going to have multi-units. And eventually, FHA guideline says you got to live there 1 year. VA guideline says you got to live there 1 year. And the conventional, is there a guideline that says you have to live there 1 year?
I think if you're going with the primary residence, but I can double check that.
I think it was a 6-month rule, but that's refinance, right? We're a little rusty on that one because conventional just approved this probably in the last 2-3 months. They said, hey, listen, we know FHA has always done it since the history of mankind, and VA has always done it since the history of mankind. I think we're going to do it too. And then they made this big, huge thing about it, and it's all over the papers. Hey, you can now buy a 4-unit with 5% down. I'm like, 5%? And you could always done it for 3.5.
The realtors are putting it out too, like,
yeah,
hey!
I know.
But here's what's cool. Here's what I like about it.
Tell me.
Is that let's pretend that I didn't know this exists.
Okay.
And then I put it out on my social media. And now I've told call it 2,000 of my friends.
Okay.
So if one of those 2,000s were never thinking
about... Are those real friends or fake friends?
Well, I don't have 2,000, so okay. I have like 2.
You have 2?
Real friends.
Okay.
None of those people on Facebook are real friends.
I don't think so.
Come on.
Yeah.
Not even the pretty ones. They're my friends.
No, really? What?
Or not.
What?
So they're putting that data out so that one person that it crosses their path and they actually do it, they put them in a house.
Yep.
So I get mad at marketing a lot of the times.
Yeah.
But if it puts someone in the house, I'm happy.
Yep. And that's the truth of it is, hey, when we put this data out there, it's not for everybody. When I talk VA loans, I lose like 70% of the population because they don't give a shit about a VA loan. But when I talk about first-time buyer, that's half the population. And then when I talk about loan limits, you know, when I tell people, hey, if you make over $188,000 a year, you don't qualify for a first-time homebuyer program, down payment assistance program. And they're like, that's not me, right? I lose a lot of people at that point, yeah. So,
well, it blows my mind. Someone that's making almost, $200,000 a year needs down payment assistance.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you know what?
Just your spending.
Yeah, I know. 200 G's a year, that's 20 grand a month, almost. Almost. So, what else is going on?
Okay, so let's see. Kelso said, when you get pre-qualified, how long is it good for? Well, here's the good news, Kelso. You and me, we're working together. It's good forever. All I'm going to do is keep it updated as we go down the path.
Till the history of mankind?
You know, I'm going to put this out to the world right now.
Tell me.
All of you out
there.
Don't
hold back. All
of you.
Preach.
All of you.
Okay.
Are going to be good forever as long as you're working with the Chris and Lee team.
Yeah, see how easy that is? So, real simple. We make sure that your credit pull is good for 30 days, all the way up to 120 days. There's some reasons why it goes that far. But we do need most recent paycheck stubs as you're going through the process.
Yep.
And that's it. Other than that, we're good to go.
We'll keep it alive.
Good to go. We'll keep it alive. Hey, we're cool. That's why I'm working with you. Love it very much. Thank you very much.
Elite Repair said they're just pre-qualified. All right, so if you're just pre-qualified, then you won't be fully approved until you turn in all the documents that the underwriters ask for after they submit you.
Yep. So on the New American Funding website, 6.125 is what they're putting out. That's not your quote. Your quote is individual to you, but that's what they're putting out to the world. That's good news.
I need something I need
to
know.
Go.
Thursday is Thanksgiving. You can bake a turkey. You can fry a turkey.
Yeah.
You can smoke a turkey. I'm sure there's more ways you can do turkey.
Dude, you can smoke a turkey?
I want to know how you guys are doing a turkey.
You gotta smoke a turkey? Yeah, I gotta smoke me a
turkey. How are you guys doing your turkey?
I gotta turk me some smokies.
Turk me some smokies.
Turk me some smokies.
Lana Patterson. I think Lana's an agent. Are you an agent, Lana?
I'm gonna find out right now. Nope.
Something gives me the agent vibes.
The agent vibes. Usually, some people who know a little bit about the business. It's fun to watch these people. I like when the loan officers pop in and start talking to us. We even get them. They shoot at us. That's hilarious. So let's see. What do we got? Hey, what's new in the news?
I just told you, man, I'm pissed off at Gavin Newsom.
I'm pissed off at Gavin Newsom too.
That dude cleaned up overnight.
Well, can you imagine a president, Gavin? I can't, man. I mean, I have a home in California. I also have a home in Texas. Most people who watch us know that. I do not like the politics of California. I love the area. Oh, the weather's amazing. I go to the mountains and ski, and I go to the beach. Both.
Same day.
Same day. Well, that's a long day, but whatever.
It's a long day.
Yeah, it's a long ass day.
You could if
but
you wanted
could if
to.
you wanted to. The area is amazing. The weather is amazing. And depending on where you go, the people are good. Depending on where you go. Some places it's a little weird. I'm gonna lie, it's just a little weird.
What, name that city.
But
San Francisco.
well, that's only because they got. Did you hear about the homeless people missing? They're like, there's
what'd
people.
they do with them?
Well, there's some people going, hey, my mom was homeless and now I can't find her anywhere.
She used to be on this curb
Yes,
right
she
here.
used to be here.
Now where is she?
I don't know. They sent her off somewhere. What do they do with the people? They just like pack them up and like you got 1,000 people. What do you do?
I don't know. They're not at his house. I know that.
They're not at my house. You've checked?
No, Gavin Newsom.
Oh, I was just saying.
I'm assuming they're not at yours.
They're
either.
not at my house.
who
We
knows?
checked that. Are they your house?
They're not mine.
They're not at your house.
And if they are, they got GTFO.
You got to charge
I'm coming
rent.
home.
You got to charge rent.
I'm coming home.
I don't know if they can afford rent. They're
Well,
homeless.
okay, what do? They put them in hotels?
I don't know. But I know our government pays for everything.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
You paid for it.
Well,
I paid for it,
that's-
and all of them paid for it.
Well, that's the government. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Our taxes basically write the ticket, and our taxes help us get into houses, right? I tried to make a full circle
How do taxes help me get into houses?
by paying Jerome Powell's salary, and Jerome Powell reduces the interest rates, and therefore,
But he hasn't done that. He's only increasing.
you're right. He's only been increasing.
So he's fired.
He's only been increasing, man.
Get him on the phone.
Yeah. So
I got to talk to this guy.
does anybody know? In case you're wondering what the culprit looks like, that's what he looks like. That's Jerome Powell,
Tell him who he is.
chairman of the Federal Reserve.
Tell him what he does.
Right now, he kind of hurts the economy. He hurts the economy by increasing the Fed funds rate, which is the rate the banks borrow at, and then they lend it to you, and it costs you a whole lot of money.
Tell
That's
him why
kind of
we're
what
mad at
happens.
him.
We're mad at him because he's basically destroyed the industry.
Tell him why he did that.
He says.
Did he have to?
He says.
Okay.
He's trying to fix the economy. That's what he says.
Trump's
But then-
economy?
And then, nope. Then guess what? This girl pops in and she's like, hey, he's doing a great job.
Janet Yellen?
She's-
Who's she?
He's doing a great job. That's what they say. They straight say, Janet Yellen's like, she comes out and goes, well, in the state of the U.S. economy, we can well afford the war in wherever we're warring. Where are we warring right
Ukraine?
now? Ukraine. We're warring in Ukraine, and we're warring in
Israel?
Israel, Gaza, same thing. But we're warring there, and according to Janet Yellen, everything is fine with the U.S. economy. Now, if you actually go shopping at the grocery store, you kind of know it's not. If you buy anything anywhere, like a gallon of gas, you kind of know it's not. If you're trying to buy a house, you damn sure know it's not, because rates are high. They're high because they're trying to break the back of the economy. Like literally trying to break the back of the average guy. We haven't moved from that.
Yeah, I know. Sucks.
So
Here's what I see. So as a boy, my mom would say, here's
better.
Here's $5.
you're not a young boy.
She would say, here's $5.
Oh, you're going blue, 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 blue.
We'd
Way
be at a
back
gas
when-
station.
blue,
We'd be at a
blue,
gas
blue,
station.
blue, blue. Okay.
So she'd say, here's
All right,
$5.
$5, go.
And then she'd say, tell them 5 on 10 or 5 on 6 or
Yes.
whatever pump number we were at,
Yep.
right? And we'd put that dollar amount.
All right.
And then we graduated to debit cards.
Okay.
And back then, because, single household income, my mom, she would say,
Right.
stop it at $5 or stop it at $10.
Right.
I'm like, okay,
And
cool.
you were checking if your stop game was fast enough.
Pause game.
You're like, come on, I can do this. I can do this. I can do
yeah,
this.
you try to get the zeros.
Yeah, you
Okay,
get the
remember
zeros.
that?
Okay, yes.
Then we progressed, and I became an adult. And
Uh-huh.
I started watching other people put gas.
Wait. When did you become an adult?
About
I was-
4 minutes
Weeks ago? I was going to say weeks, but even then, you're not good at it yet.
So when I put gas, I put in the credit card and I fill it up.
Right.
And now I watch the amounts:
Uh-huh.
$50, $70, $110.
It's crazy.
So that's how I notice it. But here's what I'm realizing.
It hurts.
Yes, it does. But here's what I'm realizing.
And I happen to know you can afford it.
is that the people that are at the pump before me
Uh-huh.
are starting to do what I did as a kid.
Drain the pump.
Yeah, no.
What? I used to drain the freaking hose, dude.
Not fill up. Stop.
Oh, stop. Oh, I get
Stop.
it. Okay. What's wrong with draining the hose?
Or put an exact dollar
That's like
amount
a
in.
cup. That's like a cup of gas in there, right
Man,
there. Dude.
you got a lot of time in your hands.
Dude, yeah, it's
I
like
don't have that kind of time.
there's that hang in the hose.
So in case you're wondering what he does on Saturday nights, he goes and drains the freaking gas pump. I didn't even know you could do that.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how
but
it
people are
works.
stopping their tanks. They're no longer putting in $50 to $100. They're putting in $25.
Dude, you go to Costco,
$30.
the line is out the door at Costco because the gas is so cheap nowadays. That's
I
the
don't
place.
know about so
That's
cheap.
the cheapest place you can
Cheapest.
get it. Yeah, you can cheap it. It's not so cheap. It's the cheapest place you can get
So
it.
what do you guys do? You guys filling up your tanks?
Right now, they're watching us, dumbass.
Well, they could be at a pump.
They could be no.
Like this?
No, you think so?
Why not?
I think
You do.
I think you give us way too much credit. You're like, can't miss this. There might be some good data dropping right now.
Kids are like,
I
I'm
heard
hungry.
these-
They're like Chris and Lee.
Yeah.
Sorry,
sorry,
when
guys.
the show's done.
After the show's over.
Well, why not?
Dude, I don't know. You're
You
crazy,
guys gonna do that?
man.
You guys
You're
gonna do
straight
that?
crazy. What do we got over there? You got questions over there?
Dusty said bye.
What's up, Dusty? Bye. Okay, so we're getting to the end of this. We're gonna do another one tomorrow. And that's right before Turkey Day. Hey, interest rates are good. We're trying to qualify people. We're trying to get people into houses. We will walk you through the process. There's no magic here. It's work. You got to bring your 2 years income, bank statements, all that good stuff. 222, whatever he's doing. 2. We appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. We've been Chris and Lee, and we will talk to you later.